Hello, welcome to the Factorio X Link to the Past race. My name is Always in Trouble. I'm joined here by Kippy. This is part of our Archipelago tournaments. This is a 2v2 multi-world tournament. One player will be playing Factorio and one is playing Link to the Past for each team. And they have their items randomized between each other. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Link to the Past side of that, Kippy?
Alrighty, so in Link to the Past, yes, so you may occasionally see items that are not from Link to the Past. They will be labeled by a power star once we get to the league. That indicates an item for the Factorio player.
Meanwhile, Factorio, it looks like we're off. Factorio is going to be trying to research their tech as quickly as possible because randomly hidden inside of their tech tree are items for themselves and for their Link to the Past teammates.
And there we are. There's the power star right there. It looks like we got a standard start for the Link to the Past side. I haven't really seen many of these in the tournament, actually.
I'm surprised it's not inverted. Can't believe it.
Right. There's been so much inverted. So, yeah, let's see what now. So this is standard, but we have randomized weapons. So Uncle could give us any sort of weapon to just help us out with escape. See what he's gonna give. He's gonna give us a cane of Burna.
Oh god, this is definitely my least favorite start. I hate doing that one.
Yeah.
Heavily vetted seed.
Yeah, it takes a bit of practice to manage your magic, but I don't know if I'd rather take it or Bomb Sword, because at least with Bomb Sword, if you know how to manage your bombs, you could save some bombs at the back of escape. Here, you gotta kind of rely, like, yeah, you can probably get through escape just fine, but you may have an issue with bombs if the enemies don't have. Oh, well, there's a bomb right there. Never mind. All right.
Very nice.
All right.
That's actually going to be a scary advantage because unless Kono happens to, never mind, there he found one too.
Yeah. The green guards seem to have a bomb price pack, which works out for them really nice. They can
doubt they're going to kill any besides the ones that they have to because it's very hard to find any magic drops in here. There's a couple because of the vanilla lamp spot, but not very many.
Yeah, generally, if you know how to use the cane, you shouldn't need too much magic to get through. And there is a magic that you can get through on the way to the back.
I did not see what the red science pack is. I'm not sure if they've checked it yet or not. I guess we'll find out here in a little while. He's going over too fast. I can't see it. Umenen is really jetting.
Indeed.
He's already got his initial power, and he's already crafted a decent amount of science, so he's about to start research already. Looks like Berserker is going to opt to go a little bit more east with his power plant, maybe?
Alright,
nope, he's going west.
Alright, give him just some more bombs in these chests, so very, very nice. Honestly, it's a very
they could probably clear. That's probably enough to clear Kek at this point.
Yeah. Don't really have to farm for bombs too much. Oh, speaking of farming, I just noticed they have like 600 rupees or so. So
shop sanity.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
All right, so these players are gonna have to check their shops because there could be very well armed items in there, and they could be for themselves or for their Factorio partner.
I said a little bit about the science packs. So in the Factorio world, their science packs are also going to be completely random. So what they need to craft to make those science packs are going to be different. I still haven't quite seen what their automation was. I think I saw copper cable, but I didn't see what the other ingredient was. But basically, instead of, I think vanilla is iron plate and copper plate. Here it's going to be completely random items that are going to be relatively cheap and not too hard to do.
Alright, looks like we got someone from chat saying it's copper cable and coal.
Coal, okay, that's really easy. Okay, so we're probably gonna see some copper smelters before they even start with iron, which is not something you would usually do. Generally, you need a lot of iron because of transport belts and inserters and all of that jazz. But when you got copper plates, we'll probably see those. Copper cable, we'll probably see that really quick.
Alright, BadmoonZ and Kono both making their way to Dark Cross right now in a little moments. Getting through the escape. They've got Zelda with them. So should be smooth sailing from here. All they gotta do, get this chest, kill the key rat, and see what is in the back of escape. Luckily they won't have to revisit this because of all the bombs they got.
We get to see if they get anything good from those bum drops. Always hate having to revisit it, especially with standard start. That always feels really bad when you have to come back.
Yep. Yeah, unless you get a glove, it's pretty time consuming to get back there.
Oh, Umenen's still going for iron first. I'm a little bit surprised with that, but he's trying to get some belts to get everything else set up, so that makes sense.
Not a bad idea. I mean, get our lamp from the back of escape as well as a map. So it looks like this is not key sanity or anything. So yeah, it's not key sanity or anything. Just you're.
Well, we don't know if it's not. We don't know about key sanity for sure yet. We know it's not map shuffle at least. Are those tied?
So in the race settings, there's a chance between no dungeon items, maps compass shuffled, and local key sanity. And in key sanity, maps and compasses are included in that.
Okay. So then, yeah, confirmed then.
Yeah, and we also Okay, so
they just sent progressive military just got sent out so they can deal with biters now if any show up.
Very nice.
Yeah, Berserker went and collected some fish, and now he's probably not going to need them.
So yes, both Link to the Past and Factorio, they are connected to a server hosted by Archipelago, and the server acknowledges whatever checks that they do. In Link to the Past is stuff like chests and shop items. In Factorio, it's their research. And whenever they get that done, the server acknowledges that check is done and sends out whatever item is supposed to be there. All right, and we saw a map check. I think I saw desert was the green pendant. And then
we've got a star on lumberjack, which means who knows if it's important.
That's spicy because it could be not important, but it also could be important. We don't know. Alrighty,
very nice getting the ruby tree pulls and shop sanity. Very much gonna help out, especially when they go visit Zora and find out that they need to pay for it.
Yeah. Another thing to point out for shop sanity is that there are a few 50 rupee items put into the pool if shop sanity is enabled, just to make it easy, just to make it a little easier to get money. But of course, that money could be anywhere.
And it depends if they remember that the shop sanity is on. I'm sure they'll notice. It's been on so frequently in this tournament so far. Alright, looks like they're just going to be doing their standard CAC checks, so we'll see if there's anything interesting in having an Effectorio. Berserker going out to clear biters right now. Don't know if now's the best time for that, considering I didn't see if he got his copper smelting array set up yet. He must at least have enough red science set up if he's already doing this, though. Gotta check on his rocket recipe. I wish it wasn't so small. I couldn't quite see what it was.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see. Wait, Kono? Did Kono just? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he messed up the block puzzle.
Oh, yeah. I
He pushed
see.
the wrong one down, so he had to go back.
Yeah, that makes sense why he did the top chest first. Alright. Alright, not much link to the past items in Khaki yet. But got a few Factorio items in there.
Got a progressive processing in there, which is very nice.
Looks like Badmoon. I think I saw Badmoon has a bottle, so he'll be able to check Sick Kid while in CAC. Yeah, I think I saw it was filled with a blue potion. It has no bombs though. Gonna check this shop, and it's all stars.
All stars. Time to buy everything and hope for something good.
So engine unit seems to be one of the rocket part ingredients, as Chad's pointing out.
That's always fun. So much fun. They have progressive processing already coming in, already being completely required. Love to see it.
We saw both players buying the heart piece from Bottle Merchant. I mean, yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, they don't really have much health, you know.
I don't know if I'd opt for it with the shop sanity though.
Yeah, I think if I
BadmoonZ
had
is already
like,
down to 500.
yeah, I think if I had like if I had like still 3 hearts, I probably would take it. Oh well. I guess if anything, they're also taking it for a hint point. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So how the multi-roll works? For every location that you check, you get 1 hint point, and at I believe it is 20% of your checks done, you are able to hint for something. And it will tell you, like, you can hint for whatever, like, let's say a hammer, and it'll tell you where it's at, whether it's in Link to the Past or in Factorio. And it can be quite valuable info to know.
And very much game changing.
Yes, hint percentage is configurable. But yeah, I just wanted to say that 20% is what we have.
20%. That's 20% of the total checks in the game.
Yeah.
So I think with shop sanity we're at 230 because it doesn't have key sanity. 231, is that right?
So the maps and keys still count towards checks.
Yeah, but I think doesn't that still put it at 231, or does they add to it?
Let's see. So it would be about
it's usually 216.
It would be at about like 240 something actually because of shop.
Oh, is it 30? I thought it was 15. This is what I get for not playing Link to the Past any.
Yes, 30.
Okay, so yeah, they have 240, which means they get a hint when they get to 20%, which is about 24. So every 24 checks that they do, they'll get a hint to hint for an item that they deem important. And hope that it's reachable. Yeah, we got some advanced material processing for our Factorio players. So that's steel furnaces, which is going to help a lot. See how much it helps when we get their logistic science. Oh, they've gotten 4 train networks already. Oh my lord. That's terrifying. 2 physical projectile damages, 2 automations. Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now.
BadmoonZ was checking the stun prize. It looks like it's a small magic drop. So very, very nice to know. Although he did have to use magic to get that, so hopefully he'll get a more reliable way to kill enemies. All stunned. And now he's also setting up for Hula Hand, which is very, very useful, especially in Stop Sanity.
Yeah, it's always a good choice to get before you start doing South Shore. or because then you have all the extra money before you go check Zora and decide if it's worth it or not.
Yeah, I believe we saw Kono just go directly to South Shore, whereas BadmoonZ taking the Houlihan
Maybe
route.
he'll do Houlihan before he goes to check the eastern area.
Yeah, that's
Could see
also a
that.
play that makes sense.
It's like Berserker actually has a productivity module up on Umenen, which is going to be very helpful with his labs because it means he doesn't need quite as many materials for his research packs.
Okay, so Kono using the his B model to his advantage, being able to take out all his B's certainly missing that mini molder. All right, but still gets the job done. Very nice, taking out the mini molder just like that.
Save some resources for sure. Considering their only weapon is still that Burna.
Yep, we got a Bombos and mini molder arm, as well as a lot of Factorio items.
I don't see anything too big in here in the Factorio side other than maybe, I think it looks like he just got a progressive rocketry and a circuit network.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they've had the rocketry. He just got a science pack though. Yep, that's logistic science for Berserker.
Very
Which
nice.
means that Umenen's about to get his as well here. Assuming that BadmoonZ doesn't run out of magic here.
Well,
Since B's gone.
Yeah, in any
There we
case,
go.
in any case, he could have bombed the last mini molder, so he's got
Yeah, that's fair.
7 bombs. All right, so the goal of Factorio is to launch a rocket.
Just like vanilla, you launch a rocket and you win. The difference here is that they have a max science pack. So their max science pack in this tournament is going to be military science. So their rocket will require ingredients that that you can build before you can build military science packs in vanilla. So this could be a lot of random things like engine units, rail chain signals, because I've gotten those. They're really fun. It can even require sulfur or uranium ore, which is very much a pain to set up very quickly. Yeah, and then they have to research their rocket as well, which was going to require them to have automation science at the very least, or logistics science, I mean.
Yes, that's correct. It was set to logistics science pack max. Ooh, a hammer and ice rock
tournament?
cave. Yeah, for the tournament. Yeah, it is logistics science.
Oh my god. This tells you how much I remember. I've been playing on military science max for so long. Yeah, it sure is logistic max. So I guess that actually takes uranium ore out of the out of the puzzle. It's good to know. That would have been good to know a few days ago. Luckily, I never bothered to set that up. Oh yeah, no, I have no knowledge of the game either. Apparently, just played in the tournament, but I obviously have no idea what I'm doing. Factorio gets items for Link to the Past by researching tech. So all of the tech trees are completely random. You'll see that they're in completely weird orders. All of the items are just going to have the Archipelago logo on them, and they say a sendable Archipelago item. They have there's like a saturation level, basically, one that's higher saturated and one that's lower. The ones with an arrow and the higher saturation are progressive items, whereas the like grayed out ones are non-progressive, like non-important items. Or advancement items, I suppose.
I don't know. We see BadmoonZ getting himself a sword at the hospital hut. Very nice. It's got quite a nice selection of melee weapons, and is also now able to use that bombos with that sword. Yes, BadmoonZ got hammer. The hammer was at Ice Rod Cave, which Kono did not go to. Yeah. I imagine probably putting it off until he wants to route Zora in later. We see that Moon Pearl was found in one of the Factorio researches. So generally, Factorio Go mode tends to be pretty fast compared to Link to the Past. Link to the Past has, especially with Link to the Past, has several goals that they can do. They could have to get a certain amount of crystals, defeat Agatu and defeat Ganon, get a certain amount of crystals, and go defeat Ganon without climbing GT, otherwise known as Fast Ganon or crystals. They could sometimes have to pull the pedestal, or pull the pedestal and fight Ganon. Yes, Zero Crystal Fast Ganon is a possibility, but it's not on the common side. And even then, typically, Link to the Past will, at the very least, require two swords and a fire source. But BadmoonZ already has one sword and a fire source, so doesn't need that much more to defeat Ganon. But we don't even know if it's a Ganon seed yet.
Oh god, can't wait for Ped Ganon. Oh god, I wish that was in there. That'd be so hilarious.
It's a possibility.
Ped Ganon?
Yes, that is a possibility. Alright, Umenen is
yeah, it sure is.
Umenen has a lot of nice labs going. We see a flute and an Eastern big chest as well. A hookshot, I believe that was from the Factoria. So very nice. Eastern paying off. I see Kono is also an Eastern, so he will also.
Yeah, the Pearl must have been, since Kono hasn't gotten his yet.
Yes, Pearl was from the Factoria world. And so was the hookshot that BadmoonZ has. Yeah, Kono will be getting the flute in here. Let's see what's at the big key chest of Eastern. That flute does give Death Mountain access, and it's also a very, very nice way to get around. So we'll probably see BadmoonZ go activate that. Yeah, that is quite a bit of labs doing work.
Yeah, they're both automating labs. They also both have, it looks like they both have assembler 2s as well, which means they have a whole lot of extra assemblers to do fun activities with. Looks like Umenen also has progressive inserters, because yeah, those are fast inserters right there. This is a very loaded Factorio seed right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so Berserker has gotten a second progressive automation. Trying to see if, yeah, it looks like Umenen got his as well. I haven't seen him placing any 2s, so I'm just wondering, he might be saving them for some of the later items, since they know that they have to make engines.
Alright, let's see. BadmoonZ is going to rescue the old man, going for that save point, as well as seeing whatever else is on that pen. Can actually get to Hera too with that hookshot and hammer. We'll be able to check Paradox, and Paradox Cave in Shop Sandy is a especially valuable location. There are 10 checks in there. You get 7 checks from the Paradox Cave itself, and then 3 checks from the shop that's in there. So yeah, very dense location over here.
I went to sync. I'm guessing he's going to go activate his flute now as well.
Yep. Okay, Kono.
We'll see if he goes straight to the mountain or if he goes and clear Ice Rod and then to Zora, though.
Yeah, Kono will want that hammer before he goes up to Death Mountain, but doesn't know where it's at.
Doesn't know it's there.
Yeah, we know it's at Ice Rod Cave, but Kono, for all we know, could go up to Death Mountain and then just leave after getting the left side. And BadmoonZ gets a mirror from Factorio, so this is even faster.
Wow.
Hera.
Right as he was walking up there too. That's
Yep.
terrifying.
All
And we
right.
got a map check.
I believe I saw Thief Sound and Swamp or Pendants. I saw Ice Palace was a red crystal. I didn't see what the other one was though.
Looked like it was Meyer, but I'm probably wrong. Like the other times I've been wrong so far. So definitely the Swamp was the pendant though.
So yeah, all three pendants are now known. They are Desert with being the green, Thief Sound, and Swamp. I didn't catch what was on Desert Ledge if Kona looked. Alright, but Kono is going to check again. Yeah, also very nice when you get the flute.
Yeah,
'Cause
not a bad play.
Yeah, typically this location is really out of the way, despite it being a Sphere 1 check.
Oh,
And only gets awarded with a single room.
at least he's valid now.
Alright, Badmoon opting to climb her up, not doing Herapot. There's methods to do Herapot without with and without boots, but the non-boots one I find a little harder.
I must have really interesting crafting speeds for the copper wire and copper circuit since he's doing a 1-to-1 ratio here. Typically, you would do 3-to-2, I believe, because the copper is a little bit quicker, but not enough.
Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty close on the Factorio side.
Yeah, Umenen is definitely ahead on the research side right now, because Berserker is just now getting his full labs set up, which it's crazy that Umenen's already had that automated. I'd still be setting up circuits right now.
Alright, Moldorm goes down for Badmoon.
Was that Ice Rod on Spectacle? Spectacle?
Um,
I missed it.
I don't know. Badmoon didn't grab it if it was.
Must be something. Kono's going to grab it. I didn't see if Badmoon even checked it.
Yeah, Ice Rod. Maybe Badmoon just I think Badmoon didn't even enter it.
Well, it's Ice Rod. Could come in useful. And there's the hint telling him where that hammer is.
The hint. Hey.
He's gonna go straight and pick that up.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's dangerously close to BK mode at the moment, which means that he's going to not have anything to do unless he gets something from Berserker soon.
Yeah, we do know that both methods of ESF mount and access were in the Factorial world, both the hammer and the mirror. So,
Shot.
hookshot. My bad. Yes, the hookshot and the mirror were both in there.
Did we get a Zora check from BadmoonZ? I know he did. I obviously did Ice Rod, but I don't remember seeing him.
Badmoon did not check Zora now. Could see him do it later. With the Moon Pearl, he could set up a Water Walk from and check a Waterfall Fury as well.
Right.
Alright, Kono. Where are you going, Kono? Probably gonna go to Zora. Yeah, it makes sense with the items that he has. It makes sense. Or let's see.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna set a fake flipper for this way. Yep.
Yeah, I used to do it that way, so I see that coming. Extra stone? You mean the extra stone that miners... Wait. Which extra stone are you referring to?
Ooh, that's a pretty well-timed intro for Kono. Because he'll, like, if he chooses to, he'll be able to check Warner Weaponry on the way there. Out of logic, but still very nice for routing.
Yeah, typically I will, once I'm done with burner phase, I will set up 4 of my burners on a stone patch, and then just deposit all of that into a chest so that I can have stone furnaces. Given how early that they were given the steel furnaces, I don't see that being incredibly likely unless they're going to automate steel furnaces, which they could since they have progressive processing. Like, they could definitely do that, and it would be incredibly useful. But if they're putting a bunch of miners onto stone, then that's probably a recipe, either the green recipe or for the rocket.
Alright, getting Paradox Cave check from BadmoonZ. Gets boots from Factorio. Gets his own glove from Paradox, and that is Dark Roll Axis. You can see Paradox already paying off.
Like Kono just got his pearls, so now he's able to check Waterfall Cave.
Yep. Since you couldn't tell if there was anything important for Factorio, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see which items Factorio is receiving.
Alright, BadmoonZ checking the shop, and there's all Factorio items. I didn't catch what was on Zora
Looking at the
Ledge.
tracker, there's nothing important in the recent items, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need a lot of steel since they have engine units as their rocket recipe.
Alright, Kono has deep Step Mountain access, so after he checks Zora, which is just aero capacity, so he's probably gonna say no to that. Definitely want to keep those 500 rupees. Alright, so he's also gonna be able to, so he's gonna go to Paradox, I would imagine, and he'll be happy. He'll pick up his glove there. Alright, and BadmoonZ is going straight to Hype Cave.
Really tragic when you have a belt turned 90 degrees in the wrong direction. It just destroys everything.
Yeah, it's just like, why isn't this doing something? Oh, right, that belt is not going the right way.
I had actually in one of our races when I was setting up my coal miners, I had like the original placed coal miners. I had one of them facing in the wrong direction, so they just weren't feeding into each other. I was very sad when I found it.
Oh no.
Because I only had like 4 of my miners actually doing anything. It's very tragic.
Yep, it helps if they're facing the right direction in what you're trying to feed in. Alright, BadmoonZ is gonna go to the pyramid, gonna check his goal. Typically in yeah, multi-rolls like this, yeah, checking your goal as soon as possible is definitely one of the best plays you can make, because you want that information as soon as you can. Very nice spin speed to get past that. Looks like it's a 3 crystal fast cannon. So pretty fast
Quick
seed.
seed, yeah. Considering what they already have, they could. Let's see. I'm trying to think what they could clear besides.
There's really not.
Just Thieves Town?
Yeah, and Thieves Town's a pendant too, but
Yeah,
honestly,
that's pretty much it right now. Unless, because yeah, we don't have any dungeon shuffle, so there's no way for them to get the desert at the moment.
Yeah.
Or I believe BadmoonZ already cleared Hera, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. And he's only got. They both only have 1 check left in Eastern, so.
Yeah, I imagine Kono will be doing Hera very shortly. Let me check what's on floating. Okay, floating island. This is star. And we see Badmoon going to catfish. Typically, in normal rando, you hardly ever see anyone go to catfish. But with shops in play, it could be pretty decent because you can check that dark witch hut on the way there, and you figure you might as well just route in catfish. Let's see.
It's money. Which he's gonna take.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't hurt.
It's more money. And actually, this will work out because he'll be able to route in Zora. Won't be able to check Waterfall Fury, unfortunately, but we'll at least be able to see what's on the Zora ledge and find out what is from the ripoff. Okay, this is Star on Zora ledge. Don't know how much that will come into play.
Looks like Berserker's opting for the pick up a bunch of items so I can hit for my final item method right now. He's just researching a bunch of junk so that he can try to get his go mode as quickly as possible using that hint. Speaking of hints, we actually have a hint from BadmoonZ for a bow. He's decided that the bow is what he wants to get.
That makes total sense because he's thinking he wants to go to pod and he wants to be able to full clear. Without the bow, even if he does a mimic clip or PCU, he still won't be able to do the boss.
Well, not only that, but that gives him the ability to finish Eastern as well.
So now
was Eastern also a crystal?
Yes, Eastern was the crystal. So that's
go mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with the bow. It's not quite go mode yet. It still needs another sword.
Oh yeah, they're still on fighter.
But there are three other swords in the pool. They've got to be somewhere, and not somewhere gross.
It's on for those who want to know, it's on research speed 1 in Factorio, so that's definitely going to be coming relatively soon.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Considering how slow his current one is going, I'm sure he didn't move it to the top of the queue. He's just going to finish the one he's researching right now and then get to it, or it's locked behind something expensive, which is very, very likely and very, very common for important items somehow.
You see Kono climbing up Pepper. Meanwhile, Badmoon.
It looks like he's gonna go to Village of Outcasts and clear out Thieves Town. Just curious. I always go for Skullwoods first, even if I can't finish back.
Yeah.
Just because it's a lot of fairly easy, quick clears. Another validation arrow. What the heck?
Yeah, and even if Thieves Town is dependent, it's possible that they could find some sort of progression in there if he decides to dip into it.
Oh, they must have constant combinators in their recipe because it looks like Berserker's setting that up now.
Yeah, I believe I saw that. Yep, that was part of the green science recipe. Just iron rods and
combinators for green. Oof.
Yeah,
that's rough.
We see Kono entering the Moldorm fight. Should go smoothly with a hammer. Gets knocked up by a.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, and Moldorm just absolutely rejected him from even getting into his arena.
Considering Moldorm has a very odd number of eyes, this could be boss shuffle. I don't think that's in the settings though.
It is actually. So
is it available? Yeah, so it's possible that we have some sort of boss shuffle here. Considering.
I believe the only.
Don't know if that's guaranteed.
I believe the only possible boss shuffle in the Race YAML is Singularity. So.
Oh, that's fun. That doesn't mean Moldorm's the main boss for the Singularity, though.
That's true. All depends on what we see for Thieves Town. If we see Thieves Town as Moldorm, though, then we know for certain that it is a Moldorm Singularity. So how Singularity works is that it picks between the pool of bosses. It places one of them, exactly one of them, into all arenas. It tries to do that. If there are any arenas that boss cannot go in, such as Trinex on top of here, then it will pick another boss to fill in all of those boss arenas, and that'll be a boss that can go anywhere, which one of them is Moldorm.
Edmund's opting to leave Thieves Town. Interesting. Maybe... Well, he just got his bow, so maybe he's choosing to go do those. Looks like he's gonna go check Bumper Cave.
Honestly,
north.
Honestly, yeah, yeah. If he was expecting his bow, then yeah, it definitely makes sense checking the front of Thieves Town. Considering it is a pendant, but like getting the first 4 checks in there is pretty fast. But
it's a really expensive mushroom.
Yeah, it is 215 rupees. It has plenty of rupees, so not too much of a hit.
Yep, looks like he's going the north route. You sure about not finish? Oh, Thieves Town was a pendant, right? So that's probably why he didn't clear it out.
Yeah,
it would have been a lot of extra work for 2 checks and a pendant that you don't need. And there's a sword.
It's a sword and
technically
flippers.
go mode.
It's a sword and flippers from the shop, so
good chance he's going to hit for another sword or bow, depending on how comfortable he is with doing Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah. Yeah, shop's really having some value in there. At least the Dark Lumberjack shop. Gonna turn in that mushroom. I mean, hey, it's a free check, and probably really isn't thinking about Magic Bat, which kind of makes sense.
That's what I thought. Rocket is constant combinators. That's what I thought.
I see.
Rail, constant combinator, and engine. That's a lot of steel from rail and engines.
Yeah.
Because you need I believe it's 1 steel each for rail and engines. You also need iron stick for rails. You need pipes for engines. It's a lot of iron. If they haven't automated miners already, let's imagine we'd see that soon, because you need a lot of that.
Yep. All right. See, BadmoonZ.
That explains why they're mining the stone as well.
So BadmoonZ is going to pod and going to clear both this and Easternet as their last 2 crystals, and maybe they may try to fight Ganon. I mean, honestly, if they feel comfortable with it, they can even at least see where the Silver's hint is in Ganon. But it is quite a commitment that you have to make. Because with Master Sword, Ganon is kind of scary.
I'm predicting he already typed to try and hint for a sword, but didn't have enough points, so he's gonna go through pod and then hope he has enough points to hint for the sword.
Yes, we actually did.
I also did buy blue.
Yes, we actually did get a hint for a sword from BadmoonZ. It's at Stronger Explosives 3 in the Factorio side.
Wow, there it is. Which means he's more than likely going to get that sword before he makes his way to Ganon, since he has to clear pod and then clear out Eastern still.
Yes, while BadmoonZ does have a blue potion, it is on green mail and doesn't have a ton of health, so can't really take much hits. He'll be pretty good on magic though. It'll allow him to be very conservative about magic with that lamp, and I mean, if he even wants to, he can play it safe in phase 2 for a little bit.
It's like that other red crystal was on Turtle Rock. I mean, obviously we know it's not important now, but
Yep. Yeah, if could potentially see. Well, it depends on how BadmoonZ wants to go about this, but we could potentially see Link to the Past finishing before Factorio. Although I see Umenen is researching his rocket silo. So it's almost sounds like what 60% looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna get his rocket first and then get the item. Maybe he's expecting to get the final tech he needs in the forfeit.
Makes total sense.
Unless they've already got it. I can't see quite what they've got. He's got engine units already. And they've got constant combinators. Let me see. They have to have rail because they have train network. Yeah. The Victoria's in go mode, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Kono is gonna have to get to that Dark World Lumberjack shop soon in order to be able to get his second sword. And he's also gonna need his bow for if he wants to do Pod and Eastern, which we know at least one. We know at least one of them is in Factoria. We don't know where the other one is though.
Engine recipe is almost always slow. There's a good chance it's very slow. BadmoonZ's still looking for that key.
The Dinky game is just 50 rupees, nothing too special. Here's the big key.
Yep, and there's the mirror out.
Yep. So BadmoonZ's just gonna go straight to the boss. Yeah, pretty good. Because I mean, all he'll really want is the sword, and he knows that's in Factorio. So there's not, and he knows that his Factorio players in Go mode. So there's not really much reason for him to want the check chest. It's a good chance that, I mean, most of the safeties are in Factorio.
Here I am hoping for Trinex Singularity.
Yes, that's true. We still don't know what the that's true. We still don't know what the primary Singularity boss is. Could be anything. So actually, this is more like
A gamble.
Yeah, it's more like Schrodinger's go mode, if anything. But literally, it would really just be Trinex stopping them. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
they have only be Trinex.
Yeah, they have the hook shot for if it was Argus, and it can't be Cold Stare because we already know that Multiworld is the secondary boss. And if it's Mulder, then you know.
Smack him.
Yep. Killable Thieves on? I don't believe so. I believe the only randomizer option that's on these YAMLs is boss shuffle.
Correct.
Ooh, Kono getting down to like half hour. You see that the other secondary boss is blind. So ooh. Pretty
interesting.
Pretty rough run, but has that cape. Kind of wants Blind to get down from there, so it's a little hard to hit him when he's behind the spikes. But yeah, oh yeah, you also have the cane. So yeah, no, this is a free fight, really.
I don't think he remembers he has a cane.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good to remember that. Oh, goes into Mrs. Benny. He's going for the cape.
Yep.
He's going for the cape.
There it is.
I mean, it looks like he's pulling off. He's pulling on the wall to be able to conserve magic. Yeah, whenever you are caping, you're in your cape. You pull a wall. It stops the cape from consuming magic. Could have also used the cane, but if Blind moved back to the top, it would have been still pretty difficult to hit there.
That is a lot of engine unit production. Oh my god. I can only imagine what that recipe time is. That is rough.
Alright, blind goes down on BadmoonZ. Very nicely done. We'll be able to mirror to Eastern and kill another blind there, but luckily, he'll have an easier time because the arena for Eastern is much easier. Yeah, pretty interesting having a singular boss shuffle. I don't actually remember how often we've had that. Are we streaming? So what's going on is that these two teams are facing each other. They're playing the same seed, but they're on separate server instances. So that BadmoonZ and Umenen are sending items to each other, whereas Kono and Berserker are sending items to each other.
Yeah, so for those who are tuning in a bit late, this is a cross-game multi-world under the Archipelago system. Basically, both games are randomized amongst each other, and cooperatively they're connected to each other, and then they send items against each other. BadmoonZ and Umenen are on one team, Kono, Tyran, and Berserker are on the other team. The items for Factorio will appear in Link to the Past as Power Stars, and there are random researches inside of the Factorio game that are Link to the Past items. Tech is hidden, so they don't know what they're sending. They just kind of queue stuff up and hope for the best.
Would I just wait for Rocket if I'm Badmoon? I imagine if I'm Badmoon, I mean definitely finish your crystals for sure, and yeah, maybe even consider waiting again and for tempered. It's not a bad idea.
It looks like Umenen is going for the option of researching that final sword because he thinks his rocket's going to take too long.
Yeah, that is also another option.
Yes, the multi-world system is called Archipelago, archipelago.gg or discord.gg/archipelago. Come hang out. Believe what is the command? SGL 21 Factorio.
Yep, that is correct.
Come hang out. There are multi-worlds every day. You can play different games as well. We have Minecraft tournaments that just finished up. But Minecraft also exists and can be cross-gamed with Factorio and Link to the Past. There's also Ocarina of Time, Time Spinner. What else? I'm drawing a blank right now. Slay the Spire, Risk of Rain 2, Subnautica, the one I always forget.
Yeah, everyone forgets it. And we also have Ocarina of Time in there, and we are set to getting 2 more teams added very soon. That being Super Metroid and Secret Evermore.
Yeah, looking forward to those. Probably coming they're definitely coming within the next week.
Yes, we see Badmoon getting his tempered right after he killed the boss. So yeah, he's just going to go straight for Ganon. And alrighty, yeah, he's pretty well equipped now. You know, the
strategy here is to try and launch the rocket and walk through the Triforce room at the same time, so that neither one of them has to wait for the forfeit items being sent. But oh no, actually, Factorio doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, Factorio. So, yeah, Factorio doesn't really care. Like the only thing it really cares is if your inventory is full. But
right, so they want to try and get BadmoonZ finished first is the best case, so then he doesn't have to stand around and wait on items.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, so whenever someone finishes this game, they have the option of forfeiting out the rest of their items in their game. In the tournament, it is set to auto forfeit, so that whenever they finish, all of their items from whatever locations they have in check will be sent out automatically as soon as the server detects that they are finished. This is configurable in the Archipelago software. You can have it set so that it forfeits on goal or forfeits just disabled entirely. It's up to you on how you want to play. All right, we
Has
see
Conan
Bad
done
Moon.
a gold check yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
So
because he
Bad Moon,
hasn't hinted for anything yet. I just see that.
yeah.
Oh, he is checking Dark Lumberjack though, so he's. Oh no,
No,
he
it takes
is going to check Dark Lumberjack.
takes a death, and Bad Moon also unfortunately took a death in face of Ganon. Yeah, we got even though he's got good weapon for it. Not looking so good on the health side.
Yeah, 6 hearts in Greenmail or 7 hearts in Greenmail is not the best
Pretty
place to be. Or is that
pretty
8?
low.
Still not good. He does have a
Yeah.
cape and a Burna though, if he remembers to use them. So there's that at least. There's the Burna or
Yeah,
the cape.
yeah, I would definitely opt for the cape because the cane will cause some lag. All right,
He
moving
does
on.
have a blue potion to get him through,
Yes.
but he's probably gonna try and save his magic first before using it.
Yeah, has to be careful and really doesn't want to get hit on this last couple of phases. On phase 3, now is about to go to phase 4. We'll see what the silver hours are at. Inserter capacity bonus 7. That's a pretty late check actually. Very remember. Alright, it's gonna opt to take the blue potion. Honestly, yeah. It's only gonna take 12 silverless hits in phase 4. So yeah, he'll definitely have enough magic to do this with the lamp. No doubt about that.
Yeah, if they had to do this, Fire Rod may be risky, but Lamp start. They got Lamp really early. And Umenen is very close to finishing his rocket. He's likely just going to try and wait for BadmoonZ to finish before launching.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
But it looks like
BadmoonZ
BadmoonZ may actually finish before he finishes the rocket.
that would honestly be ideal, so he doesn't have to wait for the forfeit. But yeah, looking like this is gonna be a clear. Looking like, I mean, I don't want to really call anything just yet, but yeah, looking like BadmoonZ and Umenen are on track to winning this. Kono not even being near go mode. And with Bad Moon and Umenen being done at the same time. Speaking of, Bad Moon has just taken down your Ganon and Gitch, so he will be done very, very shortly. And Umenen is on track is about to launch his rocket very soon. So yeah, we're gonna have both of them done very shortly. So prep your GGs in chat for both Bad Moon and Umenen. Bad Moon has just walked into the
Yep, there's the Triforce room, and Rocket is coming out of the silo right as we speak.
Yep.
I don't think any of the seeds have finished at the same time like this. This is a very generous seed.
Yeah, this is and sub hour looking to be sub hour for
that's
players.
Insane.
Yes, Bad Moon has finished with an official race time GG time of 56 minutes and 45 seconds. Umenen launching his rocket. He's about to be done, and there it is. There's the finish line. He is finished with an official race time GG time of 57 minutes and 33 seconds. So yeah,
amazing.
So actually, yeah. So BadmoonZ and Umenen have gone undefeated in this tournament.
Honestly, just now that I've actually gotten a chance to watch him do that factory, doesn't really surprise me that much. That was really impressive. He had all of those. He had about 30 labs up before even the 30-minute mark, which is insanely fast.
Yes, so for those who didn't know, the goal here for the Link to the Past players was a 3 crystal fast Ganon. So very, very fast seed for the Link to the Past players.
Yeah, the Dark World access was all together and really fast.
Alright,
so
we'll see.
It's not too surprising.
Alright, we'll see if we can get BadmoonZ and Umenen in for an interview soon, if they want to do it right now. There's we got Kono and Berserker still going. You can pull them in here. All right, we are joined by BadmoonZ and Umenen here in the commentary. So GG's to both of you.
Thank you. GG.
Yeah, GG. I don't feel quite as bad losing to you now after watching you play. That's insane.
Yeah, that was insane. We've had that very quick duel finish from both of you.
What was your engine unit crafting time?
Not good.
I know it wasn't.
I never actually looked at it. Actually, 10.6. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad.
Huh.
You had a lot
bad.
of assemblers.
It felt real
so
bad.
yeah, I didn't see you use too many assembler 2s. Where were you using those at?
I had some here on the engines. I had a lot on the red science because the red science time was awful.
Okay.
Or actually, it wasn't. I wonder where I got that in my head.
Because you got research speed very early. You got you got a progressive research speed before you even had red science automated.
Yeah, and then the green circuits and everything for the green science felt pretty bad. I think copper wires were pretty bad. Yeah, almost a second for those. And
yeah.
So yeah, wherever I could fit them, and I might have still had a couple left over.
BadmoonZ, how'd you feel when you went to that Dark Lumberjack shop?
Oh man, that was so nice. At the time, I was trying to build up hint points to hint for a sword location. So I got a sword, and then I also got to hint for the sword location. It's like best of both worlds.
And yeah, that worked out really nice because then you were able to have tempered in time for the Ganon fight.
It was timed so well.
and at the same time with the rocket, with Umenen also prepping to launch the rocket. There's some very nice coordination from both of you.
Yeah, it worked out really nice this seed. This is one of the very few times where, between our practice in these races, where the Zelda actually finished first. So we've always been having to time and work around the 3-minute stun when the Factorio player finishes first and spams the Zelda player, and they're just standing there for a while. So we got to kind of avoid that without really any time loss because he finished right before me.
Yeah, there's always some calculation as to what I'm going to be doing when those items are coming in, so I can still attempt to be making progress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really rare for the Link to the Past player to be finishing before, but tempered Silverless Ganon can make that happen, which it's rare to really see tempered before Factorio finishing.
How many hearts did you end up with at the end?
8.
Yeah,
So if I had a
that also-
9,
8 heart green mail on Ganon.
yeah, I could take exactly 1 hit.
Yeah,
That still sounds like a lot for when the Factorio player doesn't finish first, and then the Zelda player jumps from like 6 hearts to 18.
Usually Zelda is struggling. Most of the time I see people running around with 3 hearts for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe that's why Berserker ended up opting to choose a bunch of non-progressive items just to try and get Kono some health and survivability.
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy that can be pretty feasible.
Because you guys got Dark World access fairly early on.
Yeah, it was generous this seed. There was no BK and wait for Dark World.
I do want to talk about your routing in the link roll. It was pretty good that you went to Ice Rod Cave first to get that hammer, and you got your fleet from Eastern, so you were able to do pretty much all of Death Mountain in one go. Especially with that well-timed mirror when you were at the
Mirror.
I was seconds off from jumping off the hook shot to the other side. So it's another just thing where whether it's luck or there's a degree of us planning.
It was
too,
a lot
but
of luck.
that one was certainly luck. So I got to wrap in Hera with
things
the
just
route.
it really worked out for us this seed. Oh hey, and those bugs that I decided to just completely ignore this game are finally coming to visit.
Yeah, it's insane that you guys never got visited by bugs because it was a desert seed, right?
Yeah, there was Nothing on map aside from, I think, like one worm up at the top. So I was expecting to have to do some hunting after a while, and just never happened until the very end. And yeah, kind of had some power problems when they kept taking out the single power pole that was connecting my entire factory to my boilers. But it wasn't enough of a problem to warrant actually going and killing them.
Yeah, I tend to do my best to ignore them by just building another power pole somewhere else to connect everything, so I can just not care when they kill that one.
So Kono just recently got his bow. So I also noticed that in the hints, he hinted for a bow, I guess pretty recently, and it ended up being the insert capacity bonus 7 one. When you guys hinted for a bow, you got the one at
Yeah, we got
research
a
1.
Yeah, generous one.
Yeah,
It was
So-
like research speed 3, I think. So I thought it was supposed to have the same, provide the same.
Yeah. Did they already have a bow? Is that a hint for silvers?
The hints aren't like seeded or anything. They
Okay.
it hints for a random one. So since it was progressive bows, y'all hinted for a bow, and you got the first bow, and he got the second one. Unfortunately, sometimes it will give you the same one, but at the moment, it's random whether you get the same one or not, which is very
Well,
unfortunate sometimes.
Yeah, more luck
Yeah.
for us.
yeah. It's really.
one,
It's really bad with swords.
If we want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
good luck, also, like, I just did the first 4 of Thieves Town. That was also part of that rush to get hint points, and
Mhm.
Cape being there was such a godsend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely used that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cape. Yeah, the cape alone really helped you out with that, Ganon. Alright, we see a factory is blowing up right now.
Yeah, when you get a stack of nuclear missiles, you can't help but use them.
I do want to say one thing, though, regarding Archipelago in this format, and mainly that, like, I discovered Archipelago from SGLIVE, like, months and months ago when it got added to the prize pool. And, like, on that day that I saw it there, like, I spent my entire evening researching Archipelago and getting it set up on my computer. So, thank you to everyone who, mainly Berserker, our opponent, but everyone else also who has worked to make this a reality. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice that we got the opportunity to get this showcased on SGLIVE. I'm really happy to hear that we got more people interested simply because of SGLIVE. Because our Archipelago is quite an ever-growing community.
Yeah, it looks like SG Live got people interested that just beat us up though. No. For the most part, Archipelago is more until recently it was more of a like a casual kind of cooperative community because it's a multi-world. Everybody's trying to work together towards your goal, like what we're showcasing off with this match. So the racing scene is still very, very new, especially since the Factorio Randomizer has only existed for about 7 months. So, and then racing didn't even come until right about when the SG Live prize pool got started, actually.
And to speak to the Factorio speedrunner aspect of this, I played a lot of Factorio, but I've never really been interested in the real speedruns for it. Just never really interested me, kind of, since you know exactly what you have to do, you know exactly what you have to research, and there's little variations, but it's all like there in front of you, and it's just more of a puzzle, figuring out how to do it the fastest. In Archipelago with this randomizer mode, you don't necessarily know exactly what you're going to have to do, so you're always constantly reevaluating, deciding what's the best use of my time at any given moment, and I find that a lot more interesting in terms of speed running for this game. So anybody who's played Factorio or been interested in it, maybe this might be an opportunity to find a play style that gets you interested in the competitive aspects of it.
I do hope it, since you were talking about needing to adjust on the fly, I do hope a little bit in the future that we get some different settings for the like in race format, at least different settings for our recipes, because it's very funny when you have a 60-second steel smelting speed and you need to make rails for your goal. Very funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do that we'll just say are for the memes, that might make it kind of terrible to actually run, but there's always room for interesting different modes. And I know in my free time I like playing around with all sorts of weird settings just to see what works and what's fun and what might not. So
I've
there's
definitely had a lot of seeds. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
just commenting on how configurable and how many options there are, that pretty much any skill level you can pick something that you can finish within an hour or two, or no matter how good you are, you can pick something that can take you days or weeks to finish. It's really cool how you can set it up.
Yeah, Factorio definitely scales exponentially. This was a very short format, since it was only logistics max science, but since you can make it go all the way up to space science if you so choose, it can you can have one random game that can take you, literally days, even if you're really fast at the game. But I've definitely had seeds in the past where like my copper cable recipe was longer than my circuits. Those are always very funny.
And
You just have a full belt of copper cables just so you can make one circuit assembler.
Yeah, reverse the old 3 copper cable, 2 green circuit ratio. Reverse it. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. This is our last match in the tournament, so a little bittersweet. Had a lot of fun with it. Hopefully we'll have more opportunities to do this again, or some other similar competitive multi-world involving Factorio and A Link to the Past, because it's been great.
But definitely while we were preparing for this, we were doing weekly casual races. It's kind of paused a little bit during the tournament, of course, but not only that, but we have a role in the community for pinging competitive, so feel free to just schedule on whenever you want to race. Like, just find somebody to race, like, very much. Factorio, not a lot of randomizer racers in the community right now, but the other games, it's very easy to find some people.
Yeah, well, hopefully we put on enough of a show to get people interested.
See Kono fighting blind right now, using the blue cane to his advantage. Gonna take a blue mission. I'm just gonna solely rely on that blue cane. Just blue cane.
Play it safe.
Blind. Yeah, blue cane melts blind pretty easily. Doesn't really want to mess around with that. We see also that Kono received this tempered sword, so I imagine he'll be going to. Well, I don't think he's cleared Eastern yet, so we'll probably.
Yeah, he's got to do Eastern still.
Yeah, he'll do that, and then he'll go to Ganon himself. So, and I believe Berserker is in the process of getting his rocket prepped. I saw.
Yeah, the Zelda player actually had some nice options here, because thinking about it more, it's like Swamp Palace was available as a go mode dungeon. Or was that a pendant?
Swamp,
it was a
I
pendant.
believe. A pendant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a fire rod would give you ice, and like Skull Woods is quick.
We never actually did find out where the fire rod was, because you didn't receive it at all, and it was in the forfeit somewhere.
Yeah, just the nature of this, where like you're basically ready to go immediately. Like we didn't need mitts either.
Yeah, it looks like Fire Rod was buried in the Factorio game. Energy
Yeah.
weapons damage 3.
Oof.
Ooh dear, yeah.
Good thing that wasn't needed.
150 research.
Hmm.
When we found out it was a singularity, I was joking, hoping that it was Trinex.
Yeah, that would have been a reason to need that. Really nice that we got to show off a singularity off shuffle as well as a shop sanity. Pretty prominent features in the Link to the Past side in Archipelago.
And yeah, just because it has to be here somewhere, that fire rod is locked behind Spidertron.
Of course.
Yep, always Spidertron, dude. I still remember the glove that was on there.
Oh, that's happened multiple times.
Yep.
Not just once, that's happened multiple times.
Yep. So we came to the conclusion that it's always Spidertron.
It's always Spidertron.
Yeah, just some more general thoughts about this particular seed. It worked out really well for me on the Factorio side. It was just tons of convenience early between the steel furnaces and the level 2 factories. The iron smelting speed was long. It was over 5 seconds. So getting those really early was big.
Didn't you get productivity modules really early as well?
Yeah, I waffle a lot on using them because of the increased energy cost, and I really try to keep my energy levels I build up the bare minimum. So I only throw them in when I'm actually running out of materials, like if I'm running short on red science. In this case, the green science was pretty nasty between mostly needing those constant combinators and making the green circuits was real slow. So that's, I think, when I threw in the productivity is around the time I started switching over to the rocket silo research. And then that temperate sword was also all in the green research. And that's pretty much, I think, all the green research that I did in this seed. I just cut it off as soon as I sent that sword.
Makes sense. But yeah, with this race done, you guys have now guaranteed your spot at first place in the tournament. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. Glad to get to kind of be part of this inaugural event and hopefully get more people interested in it and kind of how to say this, just get things to be a little more competitive in the future, get some things on tape out there for people to reference, because I've seen people hop into channels and ask how to speedrun Factorio, and all we've really had is the basic vanilla speedrunning guides, which teach you a lot of good things, but there's some things that you have to think about differently when you're going through this randomizer. So hopefully we'll be able to showcase some of this more and have some opportunity to actually talk through with people that were part of this tournament and hopefully new people that are interested in it. Because I'm always interested in learning how you guys approach seeds, because everybody does it differently and nothing's perfect. So I've been watching pretty much every game that's gone on to try to pick out new things that I can borrow that you guys have done. There've been a few things here and there that I've picked up, and just fun getting to play against you guys and talk with you guys, and hope to do it again.
I agree. It's been very fun this tournament. And just also watching how everyone approached each situation. Real quickly, Berserker has launched his rocket. He's finished with a race time, GG time of 1 hour, 117 minutes, and 118 seconds. Alrighty, so, and Kono is going to be on his way to Ganon after he receives this large forfeit. But he's going to get a ton of items from Factorio to make the Ganon fight pretty easy. Got half magic in there, for one. And he'll also get silvers, because both those were in Factorio. But yeah, this has been a very, very nice showcase of Archipelago again, just how fun some of these this multi-world format can be.
What I really think is funny about the multi-world races is that like this one is a 20-minute gap because you just kind of like missed maybe a certain research or something like that. But then there's so many times where like this is commonplace where we have like a 20-minute gap, but it's also commonplace for people to finish literally within seconds of each other because of just all the different choices you can make in a multi-world versus when you're playing by yourself, because you're helping other people. Your approach is very different to when you're just playing a randomizer by yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely It's definitely a mindset that you may need to adapt even if you're well experienced in like just solo racing.
Yeah, there are some multi-world skills. I know multi-world is usually not paired with a competitive nature, but there are a few things you do differently. Density of checks is generally, you got to know when you got to switch off of density of checks to focus on progressing your game.
Indeed. And here we see in this race format that yeah, especially on the Link to the Past side, well, for both sides, like knowing your goal for Link to the Past, knowing your rocket ingredients for Factorio is definitely crucial if you want to get to finish as fast as you can to get all those items sent to the other player. Alright, we see Kono is on phase 3 of Ganon right now. Alright, and he's about to enter phase 4. Gonna have silvers, so it's gonna be pretty fast to get through here. Gets a nice double hit. It's the torch. Doesn't get any other hits, but can potentially get a double here, but no, not from here. But that's fine. He just needs one more hit, and then Ganon will explode. Alrighty. So Kono will be done. That means Team Bursari will be finished very shortly. As soon as Kono walks into the Triforce room. Alright, but very well played from both teams. Yes. Alright, and Kono has now finished. He's finished with an official time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 13 seconds. So we're gonna get let's see if we can get Kono and Berserker here for an interview. See what their thoughts on the seed was. And yeah, both teams definitely put on a very nice show for us to see.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to watch. It's very interesting, generous seed.
The opposite of everything else that's happened in this tournament.
Honestly. I mean, even then, like, I had fun. There was only one seed I had that was really, really awful. Everything else it's been really fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm always looking forward to the next game. It's like part of my drive to schedule the next matches. This is just a lot of fun. I want to do another one. Plus, you get to like say things like, "Yeah, I sub-houred Link to the Past."
I mean, you sure did.
All right,
There
and
we go.
we are joined by both Kono and Berserker. So GG to both of you.
Sorry for making you wait for like 20 minutes.
GG.
That was very fast of you. I can see
Yeah,
how we
it
could have
was,
gone
it
almost as fast, making different decisions, but that is really fast, how fast you guys went.
Yeah, everything just happened to work out in our favor, I think. From the feedback I got from BadmoonZ, I think I sent the mirror to him at like the absolute perfect time. I think both teams hinted for the bow, and it gave us different hints, and we got one that was only like 150 research or 200. It was pretty quick, and you guys got hit with the other one, which sounded like it was pretty bad.
Well, the hinting is seeded but then by order, so if any of us did a different hint first, then it would differ what we get.
Aha.
Yeah, I didn't. That was the first thing I hinted for.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but
also
I-
hinted for something before then, didn't I?
Yeah.
So that would have thrown off the seed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the difference was. Yeah, but mostly generous crafting times. We got the blue factories and steel furnaces pretty early.
Yeah,
So,
you need a lot of iron smelting.
yeah,
Well-
that's pretty much where they all went. Was just
Yep.
a couple for copper and everything else just dumped into iron and steel.
So, BadmoonZ, did you get into BK at all there?
No, it was go
Yeah.
go go the whole time.
I kind of was for a little bit. I ended up doing the fake flipper checks.
Okay,
While I was kind of semi in BK there.
it
I was
did
out of
get
lots of
close
things to
at
do.
one point.
It was only a minute, if even that, right? Wasn't very
Yeah, I
long.
mean, I never ran out of things to do. I was out of logical checks.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see the watch back and how things differ.
Same.
I can admit that we played well and we had some really good timing. There was some good luck involved on our side too. I
So-
have to admit that.
So did you do Master Sword Silverless Cannon?
I got the Temper Sword from Umenen seconds before I dropped into the hole.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was his second hint, was that sword, which was somewhere in green science. So I queued it up after I researched my rocket silo. And again, the timing was just perfect on that.
On the Link to the Past side, I think the biggest carrier was that as soon as BadmoonZ had Dark World access, like after he cleared Hera, he went straight to go check his goal. And then he hinted for bow immediately.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, well, I'm in go mode, so I guess I'll just hint for a sword.
And then he stumbled upon the sword in the Dark Lumberjack shop, and which turned out amazing because then able to get Master Sword and hint for Tempered to have for Ganon. Yeah, it worked out really nicely.
Yeah, we always have concerns about hinting for things like swords and gloves, because you could always just find one right away or get a hint for one that you're just not going to bother getting because it's in like Ganon's Tower or locked behind old Spidertron.
Old Spidertron.
Classic. Alrighty, well, while BadmoonZ and Umenen are now this is their last match that they have played. Berserker and Kono still have one more match to play tomorrow versus Bolas Azules.
At the same time, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Good luck. I look forward to watching.
But yeah, well played. Like, god damn, that was fast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
I see why he beat me now watching him play. It's insane.
yeah. And it's really rare to see what we did today, seeing both the Factorio and like the best player finishing like right next to each other.
I would have finished sooner, but I had to wait. I had to wait a long time.
When you're playing Multiworld, it's always your partner's fault. Don't worry about it.
No. I mean, I was ready to beat Ganon, and I was right before I dropped in, he forfeited, so I had to wait through all of the sending before I could drop in. Otherwise, I would have finished like a minute and a half sooner, maybe 2. Like, it would have been very close.
Alrighty, well, we can probably wrap things up pretty shortly. If either team has any final thoughts on anything, feel free to say them now.
Just thank you. And
It
GG.
wasn't inverted.
Yes, it wasn't.
It wasn't inverted.
In fact, more than
Drops, which was
that.
amazing.
Yeah, more than that, it was standard of all things.
I was thinking for a second there, because Tower of Hera was my first boss, that it was going to be a Moldorm Singularity. Because I'm like, oh, that Moldorm has way too many eyes.
Yep.
But then it ended up being blinds. So,
Wags and I were hoping for Trinix, but as the primary boss, but it didn't happen.
Kono was hoping for not Trinex.
Yeah, I was like, not trying to, because I don't have the fire rod, and
I mean, hey, it wasn't Trinix.
it wasn't trying to.
Did
Well,
you
we
see
were,
where the fire rod is?
Yeah,
No,
we
I didn't
were
actually notice where was it.
talking about it before you finished. It was in the Factorio game, but of course it was locked behind Spidertron.
Of course. Well, we have one more game where we might roll a Trinex Singularity.
No, please no.
Here's
Just no.
hoping.
If Vex rolls again, maybe we get that kind of garbage.
Oh.
Hey, I rolled this one, and you got a beautiful seed. So you know what?
I will
This
take
is
a
the-
sorted
this is
any
one of
day
the-
over trying.
I think this is the best seed we've seen this tournament, and so you know what? Maybe I'm a good luck charm now.
Needing copper for red science, I would call good.
Considering you needed iron for literally everything else, I think it's okay.
Alrighty. So any extra comments from BadmoonZ or Umenen?
Just big thanks to everybody involved in SGL, to you guys for commentating for us today. Big thanks to our opponent, particularly Berserker, for kind of developing Archipelago, and particularly this mod that I am rather fond of and spend a lot of time playing now. And GG.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Gee.
GG's. Yeah, it's really nice that this is all possible due to the Archipelago software, as well as any multi-rolls of any of our other support games, which you can see on our site, archipelago.gg. You can also join our Discord, discord.gg/archipelago, for more info on this. And yeah, thank you to SGLIVE for hosting this. Yeah, I have no further comments to make, so Wags, if you have anything else to say, or you can wrap up.
Check out Archipelago. Come hang out. We've got daily multi-worlds. There's literally people playing one right now over there. So, you know, well, more than welcome to see new people. Come and hang out. It's very casual. You know, good stuff. Hope you enjoyed. GG to our racers. This was a fun watch.
Yeah, thank you to everyone for stopping by. Thank you to everyone who raced. Thank you to Wags for co-commentating with me.
I found out that I apparently had no idea what the actual rules were for this tournament. I thought we were on military this whole time.
No wonder why we lost. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna be all from us. So, we'll catch you later.